Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, Lady D. This will be my weekly video on what's coming up the week ahead with the planets, where I do a channel as well as do a card reading as well. This will be my second time doing this video, as whenever there's a square to their Mercury, something always happens to my videos when I record. So, true to form, it happens, so I'm doing it again. So with the planets this week, I feel like it is going to be a frustrating week ahead with the planets and what's happening. So I've got the cards ready out so I can redo this all again. Okay, so for this week we do have today Mercury moving into Virgo. So Mercury in Virgo is like we want to make sure everything's done properly. We want all the I's dotted, correct things crossed. We want to make sure that like everything is done properly. Virgo is about being perfectionist, and knowing your stuff as well. Could also be a sense of overthinking things too, coming up with Mercury in Virgo. It also could be about showing compassion too. Virgo does also rule like caseworkers and a bit as well. So it is the sixth house. So does cover health as well. Okay, so we have that. I was really trying deep to look at some positive aspects this week. The positive ones that I can see that we do have, we've got a sextile with Venus and Jupiter, which is luck with relationships as well as money. We've also got Mars to Pluto, which is quite good, helping us to have a lot of courage and sort of bouncing back. I also feel like it's about facing fears too, having that courage to face our fear and doing things we don't want to do. We've also got tries with Mercury and Venus to Chiron, so that's really helped with communication and things to do with relationships and finances that are really causing some deep wounds here, so it's a bit of help with that. So we do have them as positive aspects. When we're looking at negatives, we have squares to Mercury. So we've got a square with Mars to Mercury, which can be causing you a bit of frustration there, not listening to people or hearing what you want to hear as well. We've got a square with Jupiter and Mercury to Uranus, so unexpected communication, things like that, again, sort of positive, unexpected communication, unexpected things with relationships and finances, and it may not be a positive thing there as well. That's coming up. We've got that square to Jupiter and Saturn. So I feel like that square with Jupiter and Saturn, I feel like that's going to cause some mental health issues, mental health things coming up in this week too as well. So I just feel like this week, it's frustration. It might feel like you're trying to dig deep at times, but then you've got that courage to pull yourself through as well with some of the positive aspects that we do have. We are getting ready for a Mercury retrograde, which will be happening in Virgo on the 5th or 6th of April, so probably including that more in my next week video too. I feel like for this week, it is about being flexible. I feel like it's going to be a flood of emotions coming in this week. I feel like there could be some sort of spectacular ending that's coming up. I feel like everyone is trying to keep moving forward. There's something about being nervousness and people craving change. I got people holding on to things too tightly. I got exploring opportunities here. I got rushed to get things done. People finding like there's an expiration date, so people are really trying to get things done before something ends, or they've got a deadline here. And I do feel like this week is about showing courage as well. So let's look at the cards. I feel like that this week is a big thing about being exchange of energy coming in here. So I feel like it could be about fighting within yourself here, about trying to keep things balanced, open-minded. I feel like that there's someone perhaps playing games with you and really being prepared and organized, but they sort of know what they're doing. And we can see through that this week. We do have a try with the sun, especially today with Neptune as well, and it's a sextile with Uranus and Neptune too. So I feel like that's helping you to look through the fog and look through people that are trying to pull the wool over your eyes. I do feel like you got to use your intuition, be very picky about choosing particular things this week. So I feel like that's being quite picky in what you're choosing. I feel like it's a team effort as well that's coming up for the week. I also feel like there is some sort of, there could be a sense of things like really coming to an end, and it could be like a change, like you're ready for change, and you're expecting something big change to happen, but it doesn't happen, but it just disintegrates. So I feel like that could also be coming up this week too, and I feel like it could be something trying to reach for that's out of reach. I do feel like you're going to be like modern mind games are really in your mind this week too, and people are like trying, if I say people trying to blindside you, and someone who's been more like they're prepared, like they're one step ahead of you, but at the same time you're protected as well. Things are done as a team effort. I feel like things will get done if it's work done as a team, not by yourself. It has to be a team effort to make things done this week. I also get a sense that you have to do things in a right way, a particular order. Things have to be done in the right way or a particular order of getting things done for this week. This week too. With the exchange of energy, I just feel like that, like, obviously depends on the situation. As an example, last night I got a message from a client that I had, and they just wanted, they just asked me for a question, and to do what they were going through, I did answer their question. I did it without expecting anything in return for what they were going through, and I did that. And I feel like when you do those things, things do come back to you as well. When you do, like sort of like charitable or things like that. As I have another client which I've set high boundaries with, because they just will keep calling me, wanting me, asking questions and wanting me to like give them a lot of my time that I simply don't have. So with that person, I do create clear boundaries with, where I say, no, you need to create like a booking, because their situation's a bit different. So it would depend, and when I say exchange of energy, it would depend on what it is and what the particular thing is. But if you do have someone that's going to take, like the second client, without expecting anything in return, there needs to be some sort of exchange here, or you need to set boundaries and rules. And I feel like that's what's coming up this week, but I feel like that's going to be very important this week. Kind of ahead. It could be a sense of romance, going out, social, or even have like forbidden love could even be coming up too for this week as well. But again, that's going to be like a lot on your mind too. Like there's a lot happening around the mind for this month. This week that's coming up too, that I do feel. And it could be since like you're feeling like you're tiptoeing around and you're really trying to show people who you are, but I just feel like there's going to be things that are just out of reach. Whether it be goal setting or just out of reach. And I might feel like you're a bit of all sorts this week as well. I just feel like it's going to be an interesting week ahead. But I do feel like mental health is going to play a big part with that square with Jupiter and Saturn, with Jupiter being in Gemini and Saturn being in Pisces. So let's see if I can get a channel for this week ahead. So let me just see if I can get a channel for the week ahead. This week is going to be a spectacular week, for there are going to be good and bad, and when the bad, there's always good that comes at the end of the bad. So be open to what comes through this week. Be brave for you all. Want each one of you be brave and stand for what you believe in. Stand in your power, stand in your strength. For you're all going to see a new channel, a new way of learning, a new way of being this week. You're all going to need to be flexible and move in different directions. Don't just hold still and hope that everything's going to work out. You will need to take action this week and be wise of your choosing. Set yourself free, set your emotions free, and set yourself on a different course this week, for the truth is coming out surely but willingly. You also need to know that things happen for a reason, and while you may feel like you haven't been rewarded, and why your purpose is not yet met, and why your purpose is one-sided in life, for you'll see the other side soon. Soon it all will be revealed. Okay. So now we will do the 3 cards, which I already have out because of my last video that I did. Okay, card number 1, which is this card here. This card is about standing your ground. I also feel like this card is a lot of anger and frustration in this card. So I feel like it could be a sense of losing your temper a little bit this week. You need to hold on your temper. You need to set rules, set boundaries. You need to have all the information first before overreacting or acting. But I just feel like there's a lot of things that are coming up here. It's like a lot of anger that's coming up here with this card that I feel. Card number 2, which is this card here, you're taking action, you're ready to get things done, and it's like you're saving the day. Like you're very resilient, very carefree, but like you're the hero of the day. You know what it takes us to get things done or to think of what to solve the problem. You're very sturdy on your feet. You're very much in control of the situation. You're not fussy about certain things either. You are just ready to get out there, get it done, and have fun. I feel like it's about having fun today as well this week for you too, with that card. Then we have this card here. This card might feel like it's been a hard climb to the top of the mountain here. You are trying to set certain boundaries, certain guidelines. You're also really trying to follow the rules, but at the same time there's a bit of a worry or awkwardness there around you, but you don't want to take the wrong footing too. But it's like you finally made it to the top, but there's a sense of worriness, but at the same time you're also holding in balance. You do have a key to success here, and I feel like that in time things are going to be changing around you. You have made it to the top, and it could be a sense of, you know, trusting where you are as well too, and trusting where you're meant to be as well with that card. Okay, so that is it. So I had a meeting this week with the lady that I'm going to do my own deck with. So I'll be working on that. I'll also do collaborating another deck, and soon that will be out. I think it's just about ready for pre-order. So I'll be putting that on the community part of my YouTube channel. So if you want to interested in looking at those cards, you can. I'll have a link there. I think it is up to pre-purchasing, but I'll have a look of when I can launch that. There's very exciting news. The next fair that I will be at will be next month at Wendy Leagues at Parramatta Way, and then in September there's Mingara at the end of the month, again Central Coast, and then I've got October, which is a big month for fairs. I've got 2 fairs in October. So yes, that's it from me. So thank you for your likes, shares and your comments, and I'll see you for my next video. Oh, just remember, if you guys do want me to do a video on the US election, please put it in the comments, and I will do that for you guys as well. I'll be doing a short TikTok and a very short video on Kamala Harris's chart. I don't see her chart's not very good for winning an election, but I'll also be, if you want me to do a longer video exploring all that, we can as well. Okay, so thank you for your likes, shares and your comments, and I'll see you for my next video. So bye for now.